Alrighty. Paws Podcast episode 108. We're doing I think it's another bye week for football at the point. We're recording this a little before that, but had to get an episode in, and it's only right to talk about the women's soccer team doing an awesome job so far this season, off to a great start in conference play. Defeated Jacksonville State, defeated Delaware not too long ago, and a big reason for that is Montelene Dymond. Monty, how we're doing? Excited to have you on and talk a little bit about your journey here to FIU and this season so far.
Yeah, thank you for having me. So my season started here at FIU last year. I transferred from Kansas. I came in and I really just loved the coaches. That's what brought me here and like the environment. And I know like that team had been up and coming and they had like quite the journey. And I knew it was going to be a good year. And there was a lot of talent on that team already. So yeah, that's really my journey. And now this year, I'm here, another new coach. I think it's like my fourth college coach in my whole career. So it's been crazy. Yeah.
Let's go back a little bit because you were born in Ontario, just outside of Toronto. When did you first start playing soccer growing up? When was this something that you wanted to pursue long term going into playing collegiate soccer, and who knows where after that?
Yeah. So I think I started when I was 6. I started with my brother. I played on a boys team just for fun. And then I got really into it. Like I was very competitive growing up, and then I started playing for a girls team. It was a rep team. I played 2 years up, and then eventually got recruited to play for the rep team like in my area. So I was like traveling pretty far. So I played for the rep team in my area, and yeah, growing up I played for that coach. I think I started with him at U8. So yeah, I've known him for a long time.
Then between being a defender, midfielder, and forward, what was your biggest reason why you chose being a forward when pursuing this as as a career?
I just love scoring. That was like the highlight of all the games. Like it's just the best feeling is to score.
Fair answer. But
Yeah.
let's move over to high school where you were super busy with athletics, right? At St. Joan of Arc Catholic High. You dabbled in some hockey, which, feels a bit natural, and flag football, which is also interesting. Just, talk about balancing those other sports with that as soccer and why soccer won out over those other sports in the end.
Yeah, I mean, I did cross country, track. I don't know if that was also on my bio or not, but I kind of just did everything I could possible. I just love sports, so I'm very competitive. I like flag football because I don't know, growing up, my dad, he was really into football and I wanted to try it. It's not like men's football, but like it was the closest thing to it, I guess. So, yeah, I don't know. I think soccer, I was just the best at that compared to the rest of the sports I played. So that's kind of what drove me to continue soccer. Hockey growing up was another big one for me. Um, I would say that was honestly the sport that I was best at.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah. And then
Well,
during COVID, I had like stopped going into arenas. So I don't know, my focus kind of just switched to soccer because we still continued to play outside. And then I kind of just picked up soccer. I got better at it. So yeah,
what position were you in hockey?
I was a center.
Wow. Wait a minute. So you played hockey from near Toronto. That makes you a Leafs fan.
Yeah.
It's okay.
Yeah.
It's fine. You know?
I have to support my hometown.
I get you. I get you.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, gosh, to be ranked number 2 overall, number 1 attacking player in the FTF Canada Top 100. I mean, what did it mean for you to receive this honor? Was it something that you believed to be achievable as soon as you got to high school, or was this kind of the expectation from the start, knowing that you had what it took to get this done?
Honestly, I was kind of shocked. I kind of just entered those tournaments for fun to see how I would do. Like I had never played for I mean, like NDC or any national program growing up. I kind of just did soccer because I loved it. So I went into this tournament and I had not really been talking to coaches before then. And I just entered really just to see how it would go, and then I ended up doing really well. And then I went to I think it was the top 60, and I ended up doing really well at that event. And then eventually I was ranked 5th the first year before that, and then the following year I moved up to 2nd, which was I couldn't believe it. I was like, wow, this is pretty cool.
So talk about, I guess, the soccer scene in Canada compared to here. Just how different is it? Do you feel like the playing style is any different? Like, just what are those differences that you may have noticed?
Yeah, I think the playing style, well, okay, so like playing style back home were very like technical, I would say. And then when I went to Kansas, it was very direct and it was so different. Like I don't know, I had a hard time adjusting for sure. Growing up, my coach, he was very technical, so that was probably the biggest difference.
How long would you say kind of took you to make that adjustment?
Um, Probably my whole freshman year at Kansas. And also just
Shoot.
like the athleticism and the players in the States is just crazy. Like I remember going up girls who were like twice my size during my freshman year, and it was like very intimidating.
So you really don't like Brad Marchand, huh? I'm sorry. I'm getting off track here. My apologies. I'd like to say this takes us to your time at FIU, but that's of course not the case coming out of high school. I mean, I'm just curious who were some of the schools that gave you offers here in the States, and ultimately why did you decide to go with Kansas?
Yeah, so Kansas was really I would say my biggest offer. That's why I decided to go with them, but I was looking at a lot of schools like closer to home around the border. I was talking to Buffalo, um, Providence. This was such a long time ago. I'm trying to, because I get confused because I had offers for hockey and soccer, so they kind of just like in my mind they're like mashed
Oh,
together, and I can't remember which were for which. But yeah, mostly all the schools for hockey were like around the border area. Yeah.
So what did you learn about yourself in that freshman year? You kind of noted a little bit that you had to make that adjustment, but like overall, just how do you summarize that freshman year at Kansas, and would you say you learned about yourself maybe on the pitch or
Mm.
off the field, and just making the adjustment going from Canada to life in the United States?
Yeah, my biggest realization is I need to hit the gym. Because,
okay.
like, I don't know, the girls that I was going up against, like, their legs are just massive. They're so powerful. And I was like, wow, like, I really need to hit the gym. And just, like, I don't know, become, I guess, like that in a way. But I don't know. Definitely just the physical part of it was what I learned the most.
And obviously, after that year, you decided to transfer out. Just what kind of sparked that decision for you to make the move and eventually end up here at FIU?
Um, I mean, just the playing style at Kansas, it was just not really what I was looking for, and I didn't feel like I was thriving at that school. So it was definitely risky going into the portal as a freshman because I didn't have a lot of film. Um, but yeah, and then we had a new coach come in at Kansas, and then I don't know, it was just I didn't like being there. Like, I don't know, it felt like I wasn't valued as much, and I felt like I could find a lot more value somewhere else. So I decided to go into the portal, and yeah.
Yeah. So how did FIU approach you? Who were some of the first people from the Panthers to talk to you about heading south to the 305, and ultimately, what made you pull the trigger on coming all the way down here?
Yeah. Jonathan Garber, the coach, previous coach, he definitely was like the biggest reason why I came here. Just his playing style, his history was just very appealing to me. So I was originally looking to go closer to home, but then I went the complete opposite way. So, but I don't regret it. I love Florida. It's been great.
Had you been in Miami at any point before the FIU?
No,
No.
no, I've only ever been to Tampa. My
Okay.
family used to vacation there a lot for Christmases and stuff like that.
Okay. Tampa's cool, but you didn't hear
Yeah.
that from me. But I mean, Geez, to go from the north, as they call it, to Big 12 territory to, sunny South Florida. What was the biggest culture shock you felt moving down here? Was it the humidity, the culture, the food, the iguanas? Really, what was it in your eyes?
Definitely the iguanas. I think it's so cool still now, just seeing iguanas crawling around everywhere. Usually, like, for me, it'd be squirrels back home, but I feel like squirrels are equivalent to like iguanas here. You just see them everywhere, which is really cool. But definitely the weather. The food too. There's a lot more options here. It's
Oh,
great.
yeah.
Yeah. But nothing too crazy that I can't like, I don't know, I can't think of anything like too crazy.
Since we're just talking here, what even is the signature dish of Canada at this point? Like, what is it?
Poutine.
That's poutine. Even I knew.
Yes.
It's really
I
good.
miss having poutine. I think about it every day.
You can't get poutine anywhere here in South Florida?
Nowhere.
Really?
Crazy. Yes, and it's so good. I don't know why they don't sell it here. It's very
Yeah.
simple. It's just French fries, cheese curds, and gravy.
Yeah.
And I'll put ketchup on it too.
Really? Okay.
But some people judge me for that.
I'm no Canadian, so I've only had the normal poutine. So it's really good.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, sorry. Need to drink a sip of water from my Stanley Cup. I just love Stanley Cups, wouldn't you say?
I've never owned one.
Yeah, Stanley Cups are the best. Like to have them 2 years in a row. Oh, I just love those Stanley Cups. I think it's time to look around. You've been awesome, by the way. Thank you. But
Thank you.
I think it's time to look a bit around FIU athletics. Would you not say, Kevin? These next 2 weeks are busy here at MMC.
Definitely.
All right, let's take a look around that then. Who to watch from the 305? Let's start off here with football, of course. So they're now transitioning to the midweek part of the season. Welcome to Conference USA football in October. We hope you enjoy it. Their first matchup in the midweek stretch is going to be on Tuesday, October the 14th at 8 o'clock against the Western Kentucky Hilltoppers over at Bowling Green. Good news, it's an ESPNU broadcast, so it should be super fun. Their next home game is actually going to be the week after on Tuesday against Kennesaw State over at Pitbull Stadium. That is Vice Night. So a lot of action coming up midweek-wise for that football squad. Now, going over the men's soccer, their next matchup is going to be on Sunday, October the 12th at 6 o'clock against the South Florida Bulls. That's an American Conference rival. The game can be seen on ESPN+, but I implore you all to make it out to Leyva Family Field if you can, because this giveaway is something special. It's a blanket. Now, I don't know what the blanket looks like, but to get a free blanket at a soccer event, that's some enticing stuff. So definitely make it over to Leyva Family Field if you can for that one. Should be a good match as well. Now, women's soccer, of course, they're going to be on the road same day, Sunday, October the 12th at noon. They're going to be over at Murfreesboro taking on the Middle Tennessee Blue Raiders. That match can be seen on ESPN+. They're actually getting towards the latter end of the regular season. They're going to be back for a 3-game homestand as they get ready for the CUSA tournament. That starts with Sam Houston on Thursday, October the 16th. Over at Leyva Family Field. Next up is volleyball. They're going to be heading on the road on Friday, October the 10th to October the 11th as they take on the Sam Houston State Bearcats over at Huntsville. That's at 7 o'clock and 2 o'clock, respectively. All those matches can be seen on ESPN+, of course. They're going to be back home the week after from Friday, October 17th to Saturday, October the 18th, when they take on the Fightin' Blue Hens of Delaware over at the Ocean Bank Convocation Center. And then just to throw out a few more sports here that are getting busy, tennis is one of those squads in their fall stretch of the season. They're going to be over at the ITA Southeast Regional Championships over on Thursday, October the 16th, and that stretches out all the way to Monday, October the 20th, up in Orlando, Florida. So if you're thinking road trip, that could be a fun one to consider. Just as the cross-country field, they're getting ready to take on the Ed Holloway Classic Tournament. That's going to be on Friday, October the 17th at 6 o'clock over at Lakeland at Holloway Park. So right after that, they're getting ready for the Conference USA Championships already here in the fall. Kevin, I'm hurrying up. Calm down. So that was your look at around FIU athletics. A lot of events going on here in the fall semester. So let's get right back to talking about FIU here.
Yeah, Monty, just talk a little bit about the facilities. Like, what were your initial impressions when you came down here? I don't know if you
Paws. Okay, wait 1 second.
Okay,
Okay, sorry about that.
all good.
Okay.
All right. Just talk about what your visit was like coming down here. What were your initial impressions of FIU and the coaching staff, and maybe some people that kind of took you under their wing that first year here?
Yeah, well, the campus is beautiful. I've never seen anything like it. It's just, I love it. And like that little pond where you can like cross over and see all the turtles, that's like my
Yeah.
favorite spot to go. Um, Definitely just like a lot of food on the campus as well. Like at my old school, we had like a cafeteria and that was about it. Two cafeterias. And it wasn't like chain restaurant foods, you know? Like I love the Subway here. That's like one of my go-to restaurants. So, yeah, really just those two things and sorry, what was the other part of the question?
Just like some of the maybe coaches or girls that took you under their wing that first year to kind of help you out.
Definitely Noemi. You know, I really looked up to her and she was also a fellow Canadian, so that was really nice to have her as like someone kind of like inspiring, I guess, in a way, like, you know, coming from Canada. And she's just so talented. She was so good. So, yeah, definitely her. And the coaches, of course, all the coaches were great last year.
Talk about 2024. Obviously, you guys went 13-5-2, won the Conference USA Championship, made it to the NCAA tournament. For you, you had four goals, I believe, in 5 starts, 599 total minutes played. Just talk about the season for you personally. What just making that jump, getting a lot more minutes, action, I'm sure, and then obviously for the team, in your first year at FIU, getting all the way to the mountaintop.
Yeah, I think it was definitely a good kind of year to figure out who I am as a player. I feel like in Kansas, I didn't get a lot of playing time and I kind of lost my identity in a way. And coming to FIU, I really like gained a lot of confidence back and figured out who I was as a player and what I was good at. And I don't know, just finding a role on the team, I guess. But yeah, conference or winning the conference tournament was crazy. And going to the NCAA tournament, that was amazing. I mean, I was injured, but I still got to go and experience that, and it was great.
What were the celebrations like, by the way, after winning that? The fact that it happened here at FIU's campus too, I feel like had to make it twice as special just to do it in front of the hometown fans.
Yeah, so it was against Liberty, and I remember I like did something to my knee that game, but I don't really remember the celebration because I was in so much pain. I remember getting like carried over to
You got
the
like
big
carried
like
over, and
crowd, and everyone was jumping around, and I mean, I like the stands were packed. It was crazy. It was such a cool experience, and my family was here, which was amazing. They got to see, but yeah, I was injured, so like half of it is really just a blur, honestly.
Well, the big difference from last season to now, obviously there's been some changes in the roster here and there, but I feel like there was none bigger than, of course, the coaching change from Jonathan Garber to Matt Dunn.
Yeah.
I mean, since his arrival, what have been your thoughts on Dunn and how his coaching style differentiates from that of Garber?
I mean, I think he's great and he's doing a very good job. I mean, it's got to be hard coming in as a coach and like building a whole team, and I think he's doing a great job. Um and his history, his background is, I mean, it's amazing. So, I think it's really nice to be coached by someone like him and someone who has like so much knowledge. I just trust him whatever he does. Like I'm on board with everything that he's doing. It's been great. Yeah.
Well, so far this season, I mean, how do you feel this season has gone in terms of defending that conference title? 6-2-3, undefeated in the CUSA stretch of the season so far. There have been some ups, there have been some downs, but overall, I feel this team looks primed and ready to repeat. I'm sure Kevin does as well, but what say you?
Yeah, I mean, we've been going strong so far, so it's been looking good for us, and we also have a lot of new talent that came in and a lot of older players. So, yeah, I mean, our team looks solid. It's been really fun playing with them.
Do you kind of feel like now as like one of those returners with so many new pieces, you're kind of like in that leadership role a little bit?
Yeah, definitely. I definitely feel like a lot of responsibility coming from last year and like having such a good season. So, yeah.
And like, how would you describe yourself as a leader? Like more vocal, more lead by example? Where would you see yourself a little
I'm
bit?
very quiet. I don't know if you can tell, but I'm very quiet. I think I like to lead more by example than by. I'm not a yeller. I can't. It's just not in my personality traits.
You had a stretch in the year. I think it was like 3 goals in 3 games or something like that. Just what was working for you? You know, right now you lead the team with 7 goals. You know, you're one of the better goal scorers in Conference USA at the moment as well. Just what's been working for you? Like you kind of turned your game up to another notch this year. It seems like.
Yeah, I mean, just realizing what I'm good at and using that to my advantage. I mean, I think just focusing on speed and like getting in behind the defenders rather than like, I mean, I'm not the like I can take a ball to my feet, but it's not my strength. So just knowing that I'm better at running onto like long balls and communicating with my teammates, and they obviously know that that's one of my strengths. So like just having that communication between my teammates and yeah, just not overthinking it, you know.
Who are some of the girls that you've really enjoyed playing with so far this season, or have really stood out to you?
I loved playing with Noah. Definitely Chinatsu. Me and Ashley have always worked really well together too. So yeah, honestly, everyone. Like I love playing with everyone on the team. It's like everyone's so talented and has their own little things that they're good at. So
Well, so far this season, you've racked up plenty of wins already, including against the CUSA stretch of your competition. But what would you say has been the best result so far for FIU that best showcases how great this team can be when everything's clicking for you guys?
um can you repeat that question one more time? Sorry.
Absolutely. What's the best result so far this season for FIU that best shows off how great this team can be when everything's clicking for them?
Okay, this one might sound a little bit like doesn't make sense, but I think we played really well against Florida State. Even though we lost, I think that was like our best game. I mean, everyone had their opinions, you know, saying you guys will be lucky if you lose by 6-0, and that kind of like stung a little bit. So I think we kind of like we gave them a game for sure.
Yeah.
I think the first half we really held them to a game. So yeah.
Well, you know us. Anytime an FIU squad takes down Florida Atlantic, regardless of sport, it's always something to be cheered on. I think Kevin could agree with that. I'd say that was personally my favorite. Kevin, what about you?
You
Yeah.
got some goals in that game too, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All righty then. So I think it's time to get into some fun rapid fire questions here to close out the show. So let's just get right into it here. Who is the funniest teammate on this squad?
That's a tough one. That's a tough one. I think Ola, she cracks me up. I'm always laughing when I'm around her. Also, Braylon. Braylon's really funny.
Do you like the snow? Are you a fan of no snow? Where do you stand on that?
I don't like the snow. I hate the snow.
There we
There's
go.
nothing good comes from the snow except for ice, I guess. Ice hockey, but
Yeah.
I don't like it.
Where is the go-to spot on campus for you to grab a bite to eat? There's so many answers we get from differentiating spots here at MMC. What's your go-to spot?
Subway. I'm a
Wow,
sucker
that's a
for a
first.
tuna sub. I know that might sound really weird, but I love tuna.
Is that really our first Subway poll?
That is our first Subway. Yeah.
I love the
people
tuna
hate on
at Subway.
for some reason. People hate on Subway for some
I
reason.
know. I don't
I actually think it's pretty
understand.
good.
Yeah.
I think it's good, but like at the press box at Pitbull Stadium, we get Jersey Mike's.
Jersey
Subway
Mike's
better.
is
I
good
think
too.
that's a whole step up.
They're
I
both
am
really good.
Subway's respectable.
All right, I think this is a pretty obvious answer, but what do you think are your best uniforms?
Vice, for sure. Yes.
All righty.
No argument from us there. It's definitely a great
Yeah.
look.
And I just
men-
got new cleats that match the Vice jersey, so I'm really excited to wear those two
There you
together.
go.
Yeah.
Men's just got their Vice jerseys too. I think like every sport now has that Vice look.
Yeah.
If I'm not
Every
mistaken, I
sport
can't
has
think
it,
of one that doesn't. So, all right, pretty controversial question, controversial answer potentially. Who is the GOAT of soccer?
Oh, that's so tough. I have to say, I don't know because this is so controversial. I'm
I
gonna
know
get
it is,
hated
but
on.
everyone's dying to know.
I have to say Ronaldo. I
Okay.
have to say, yeah.
How about women's soccer?
Well, I have to go with Christine Sinclair, Canadian.
That's a great answer. Oh,
Yeah.
okay. I got you. No, I get it. Kevin, I feel like we haven't asked this question to a guest in a while, but who else from the women's soccer team do you feel would be best suited to show up in a future episode of the Paws Up podcast?
Who do I think?
Mhm.
Yes.
Oh,
I don't think we've got anyone else from the current team. We had Reagan last year. We had
I'm trying to think who is good at talking. I think everyone would do well.
We have had Coach Dunn already, so
Yeah, he told me. I don't know why this is such a tough question.
just choose anyone.
Probably Zora. I think Zora would do well.
All right.
that's a
Yeah.
good pick, I think. So,
Yeah.
Montelene, you've been awesome. We really appreciate you being on. There's just one more thing to ask you. If you have anything you'd like to say to the fans, to FIU, to anybody else, as this season rolls on, the floor is now yours.
Come out and support. We have a game this Sunday. I don't know what day it is, but it's at 1 p.m.
Yes, that is true. So,
Wait,
like I
but this
said,
isn't going to be out by then, is it?
yes.
Oh, yeah,
welcome
right.
Oh,
to World
shoot.
Free-
Okay.
That doesn't
Oh.
change, though. Definitely watch them
Yes.
on the road in Murfreesboro.
On the road, yes. Come and support our home games. We have 3 home games to finish out the conference play. So,
Yeah.
And you can vouch. Those crowds at Leyva Family Field, they get crazy, especially this time of the year when you're getting
yes,
ready.
and it helps. It's a very big impact for us. So,
It
You
certainly is.
personally, FIU versus Liberty once again in the CUSA title game, yay or nay? This time in Lynch, it's going to be in Lynchburg too.
oh yeah.
That'd be pretty fun.
Yeah.
That would be cinema.
That was a really good
storyline-
game too last year. Just one, with the
Yeah, it was
penalties and all that.
crazy.
Yeah.
I think Deb had the penalty.
Mhm. She had the PK.
Yeah. That was crazy. Yeah.
All right.
Alrighty then. So again, thank you so much for spending some time with us today.
Thank you.
All right.
Alrighty. We'll wrap it up here from Monty, myself, and Jake. We'll see you guys all next week. And as always, pause up.
Pause up.
Awesome!